I basically do these to practice, but today we are going to style my hair. As you can see, I already styled it. This morning I just dropped off my son and he was playing around with Superman, and I thought it would be fun to... I don't know if you have a trick when you need to go out and just need to do something fast. But for me, when I'm dropping off my son, I like my hair to be fairly tamed. So what I did, I just put some water in it, so it's basically a little bit moist right now. And it is kind of like an X factor. If you have your Save Me song, you can always have this trick in on hand to put some water in the hair, like this. Yeah, let's do it. So this is the trick you can do, and just comb it. And when you when you do use this trick, remember to get the moist down to the roots, so you really soften up those messy bed hair from the morning. And then I apply a few pumps of the Sidekick. This I already did it because I just dropped him off at the nursery. So today I like to style the hair once again, and we're gonna do the hair wash first, and then we're going to style it. So I'll place the camera here, and let's see if we can do it. I'm going to use shampoo, brush and conditioner. These are a little greasy because they are in the shower. Also, of course, a towel, but we're gonna do it standing, and it's super easy. You should do it every time if you need to. Sorry guys, it's super awkward doing a standing shower. So, the more we can get out just with water, the less shampoo we need, but yeah, a scoop like this. This is our cooling shampoo, Rush, and it's a super effective shampoo, so you get your hair nice and clean, and it also stimulates the blood flow to the scalp, so you get the best foundation for hair growth and healthy hair growth. Let's do it. This is basically the same technique as if you were at a good old-fashioned barber. You would get your hair washed in a sink-like setting. Now it's time to apply Rush. After the shower, I'm going to pick up my headset so you can get a better sound experience. This is the amount. And this is to neutralize the shampoo and seal the hair in the most healthiest way, so you get smooth hair that will not fresh up and break. Okay, so basically it's the oils that reacts with the hair instantly, so you don't need to wait 5 minutes. But you do get the best effect if you let it sit for half a minute and half a minute to 1 minute, and it doesn't. Okay, so it's also a cooling conditioner, so you get the sensation of this flow of oxygen and blood to the scalp, and it's wonderful. It's kind of, you can feel the hair grow. I mean, it's probably not growing like that, but that's the feeling you get when you use it. Let's rinse it out and get on with the styling. And afterwards, I'm going to have a, yeah, let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. I know that was super awkward, but now I'm picking up my headset so I can get some sound, and I do recommend having shoes on because I got some wet feet. And yeah, let's go. And here we have it. Okay, super sound. And what I was about to say, it was a little awkward standing here, but it was okay. It's always nice to have fresh and clean hair. Let's see, maybe we can get an even better image here, right? I think that works better. And what I'm doing here, it's still wet, but I'm combing it because we have this detangling effect of the conditioner. So we have less time to the hair combing it, even if it's wet. I know what you guys are saying. It's also more fragile when it's wet, but since there's no long hair here that are filtered, we're not putting any drag to it. Now we are to save on the blow drying. It's not that I don't want to blow dry it for 10 minutes, but I will get the rest of the moist out before applying the pre-styler. Okay. And here there's also many techniques for drying. I always say that for men's hair, it grows out super fast. So don't worry too much about doing this. I mean, you should be careful. Should be careful, but it also grows out. Okay. And we already did the nourishment of the hair wash, getting all of that old grease out. Then we used the conditioner to neutralize the shampoo and to smoothen out the hair and avoid frizziness, or also one of the most important things when you strip the hair from oils and you replace it with new lightweight nourishing oils, you get a healthier hair because just like just like having a good pair of leather shoes, if you have been out in the rain, you can almost see how stiff and crumbling the leather gets. And it's not exactly the same with the hair, but it's similar. just to get the picture in your mind when you apply the conditioner. You also make sure the hair is not getting completely stiff and breaks, right? Um, let's get it into position. And what should we do today? Also, if you're new here or just tuned in, I'm just going to style my hair and then we're going to have a coffee break. Let's go. What should we do? Is there any comments? I'll just read if there's any comments. Ideas. Okay. Any products recommendation for bouncy hair and hair combing back and forth? And hair combing back on forehead. Eric is writing, "Hi there, good to see you." Tom is writing, "When new hairstyles video." Okay, they're coming, but we're reconstructing. So we don't know yet when we have a hair studio for haircuts right now. I haven't had a haircut for 3 years. Is the salon still open? No. As I just I repeated, the hair salon is under construction, not in construction, but we are reconstructing the concept of the hair salon. Hey, you missed a spot. I always do. That's the thing. You never get it 100% perfect, but at least you try. Try. Yeah. Which hair type do you have, brother? Okay, so it's slightly wavy, as you can see. Um, have you ever uh, thrusted men? I don't know. What do you mean? Okay, guys, now it's time for the hairstyle, and we will apply some sidekick, and I really haven't decided yet what we are going for here. Righty. Let's see. And we have the sidekick spray, so I say it a lot, but if you haven't tried a pre-styler like sidekick, you're missing out. It's the primer for the hair, so it creates a small layer around the hair straws that easily bind the hair with the wax, so you don't need as much wax. Also, you get a better texture, and overall, this particular pre-styler has heat protectant and volume boosting effects. So if you feel like you could use a little bit more volume or want to protect the hair even more, also, yeah, of course, the conditioner, it's not a heat protectant, but just because there's a little bit of oily, yeah, what's called active ingredients in it, it also do help better than using nothing. But Sidekick Pre-Styler is the way to go. It's the best from both worlds. It's it's developed with the engineering of women's products for long hair because they use heat protections a lot because they have to grow it out for 4 years and they can't afford to ruin the hair. Us men, we can grow it out faster, but it's always good not to destroy the hair with the blow drying without heat protectant. Then we have volume boosting effects in the middle, and then we also have a little twist of sea salt. So let's get into it. Okay, I haven't decided yet what hairstyle it is, but let's see where it takes us. And I know some of you seen it before and heard it before, but I will repeat myself. I put the pre-styler in the first row here in front, and I do that not. I do that because when I'm going to blow dry it, I will drag some of the water with the pre-styler. I'll drag some of the pre-styler with the water backwards, so we actually get uh, more effect in the center than we and we do in the front. If we do not take consideration of dispensing. There was also a question yesterday why I don't use a pre-styling cream, and I don't recommend using particular creams if you want huge volume. Or the reason is that cream, when you dispense it, let's say you put some UV light in the cream, so you could detect where you put the cream. The cream would contract around textures, just as if you applied wax. So you could actually see, if you put it under the UV light, that the creams are more in sections rather than all over your hair. So it's like a spray or a thin consistency of, like a thin consistency, like a fluid that will mix better with water compared to a cream. However, I think creams could be good if you want some curls, because that's kind of what they're good for, curling creams. But now let's go to the styling. And I think today I will not use this one for the blow drying, because I want to keep some of my natural texture. Let's dive into it. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, blow drying. Be patient, and then we're going to have a break with coffee and questions. If you're in a hurry, this is a good trick. Just bend forward with your head and move the blow dryer like this, so we get um, maximal yeah heat. What's called? We get maximal speed on the blow drying. Once again, can you check? Is it? We still have a spot here, and it's super easy to forget the sender. Okay, now to the drawer. What should I pick up? I have silver fox here. I have the gold digger here. Oh, yeah, now you can see it. It's tuning in on my face, the silver fox, and I do have. Oh, you didn't seen this for a while? It's the fiber paste with the old logo, and Yes, it is still looking good. Yes, and it's super rare, so I'm saving it. I mean, it is rare, but it's also a medium hold, which is perfect for a lot of things. We have dynamite clay, and I'm curious what you think. And I do also have these. I'm also saving these. Oh, these are hairsprays. Okay. So I'm just checking out if you have any suggestions. Um, uh, let's see. Wow, that's a lot of uh, lots of comments. Um, yes. Hey, you missed a spot there. Now we are catching up. Uh, give me. Oh yeah. Hi and love from Croatia. Um, woman lives lives are easy. Okay, I think most women spend more time in the mirror than most men. Uh, okay, so that's some complaining. We can get into that afterwards. Um, uh, oh, why would you not bring childs into this world? So, okay? Um, noise cancellation. Is that good? I think they're working super well. Um, it's a selfish. I don't know what's supposed to mean. Okay, final destination. What's the deal? Okay, so dynamite, clay, gold digger, uh, West Blue Man. Um, I know Joseph is in California, and I guess that's where he is right now with his products. How often do you wash your hair? Any travel plans? Okay, we'll get to the questions, but first we need to decide which product to use. And we do have these 4 products, and I'm just yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pick one, and it's the Dynamite Clay, and I'm surprised nobody comments on my super untamed hair, and yeah, really think I do need a haircut, but unfortunately, my current hairdresser is having a concussion. Um, Nobody. Okay, Eric is saying gold digger. Maybe today I'm up for mixing something like in the good old days. So we get okay, small scoop here. It's probably half a gram, and you can see here. Then we're going to fresh off the batch dynamite clay, and this will give the mix a little bit of oil and grittiness because so also always tighten the lid straight after, otherwise you forget it. I do all the time. And then we're gonna twist it up with some fibers. And okay, it has been some years in the container, but you can see the fibers here. That's how you detect fibers in a product. It will do like this. So this is my mix of today, and It's like having your own super unique products, or at least it's expert level. I think I feel more of an expert when I do a mix, because I know this would be a suitable mixture for this hairstyle, and I want to mess it around. So I want hold, and I want a little bit more playtime, which I will get from the more oil in the dynamite clay, and I want a little bit of bounce in my natural texture. So that's why I applied a little bit of the fiber wax. I forgot to tighten the lid here. If you don't have the fiber wax, I'll just take a drop of oil or anything. It will also do the trick. Okay, let's mix it up. It's exciting. And this hairstyle is going to be just a natural, flowy one. So yeah, just grabbing the hair and putting some texture into it. So right now I'm just rubbing it in circles. It will boost the texture, the volume, and the natural curls. So it's too high for me right now. Um, Too much volume. Need to get it into control again. Make Rasmus's hair great again. Yes. Here we go. Okay, so I know you guys, it looks like the same, and yeah, the face is not changing, but I promise you guys that the hair feels way different each time you style it with different products, and it also serves a purpose when you choose something over another product. And I also promise you, if you just apply wax products directly into wet hair, over time you can experience problems with the scalp. And that's why, even if you're going for a wet look, I have a few tutorials where I do the wet look by blow drying it first, and then I add a layer of water to create this moist that you want to lock in to the wet look texture. Um, yeah, avoid having a wet head of hair. It will ruin the scalp, and also you don't like products to leak into the hair, even though they're super safe, especially the Vilain products. It's never good to leak product into the hair, just for even if it was like water. Water is the worst because water is soluble. So water is the most damaging if you're keeping your hair wet. So that's rule number one, and that's a natural thing to have water or drink water, but it doesn't mean that it's super good for your scalp. Washing the hands just for a second, and then we are done. Um, and since it's water-based products that I just used, we have maybe 10 minutes that we wait to see the final results, because uh, the water needs to vaporize from the hair. I do apply my head wash as well. It goes out with hot water, but I do always use hand wash. Yeah, that's it. What fragrance should need to pick a fragrance of the day go for this time? I go for some Ford, some Ford Woodwood. Mm. This was actually one of our inspirations. It's not how the Gold Digger sounds, but we had a lot of uh, kind of memories with fragrance, and this one I'm just gonna use one spray. It lasts like Um, One of these will I'm not saying how long it will last, but this one is 100 ml and it's maybe 10 years old. So super, super long lasting fragrances. And okay, yes, so the water is almost evaporized, and we should brew the coffee. And I'm reading the questions. This is yeah, powder. Yeah, it's not powder yet, but it was just powder in the porter filter. And here we have beans. Super. If you have a passion for coffee, if you no, actually, you don't need to have a passion for coffee, but you just need to set some standards for what you're drinking. And it's not like you can't have instant coffee. It's more like uh, there's so much pesticides in ordinary coffee, and there's almost no taste in pre melt. It's called pre powdered coffee. So you really get some amazing tastes out of the brew when you go. Okay, I already had a cup this morning, so let's do one more. I'm reading. So yeah, good to see you guys. There's a hello from uh, Ori Yatao and Anton and Tuska is writing Ralph Lauren Supreme Wood is way better, and I don't argue about that. It's good fragrances from Ralph Lauren as well. So I'm keeping an eye out. It's brewing too fast. So it's supposed to brew for 25-30 seconds and deliver 40 mLs. And it just delivered maybe 100. So yeah, you can't be live and say that nothing goes wrong. That's the funny thing about these lives. It's it never goes as planned, and anything can happen. So yes, it's also it's not advertised or pre-scripted, so anything really can go wrong. Okay, I'm reading. There's Josie is asking for a remedy for thin hair, and there's, as I said, this shampoo and conditioning that stimulates the scalp is a good way. But if it's an overall issue regarding the thinning, then you should go see a specialist. And Luke is writing, "Good day, hello from Germany." He was uh, uh, he was writing in Danish. Så jeg kan også godt snakke lidt dansk. Jeg er fra Danmark, og jeg bor her i Aarhus. So basically, I said I'm from Denmark, and I live here in Aarhus, and I'm sitting here in my chair in my apartment, and you can see I built a new facility for my son's truck this morning. Okay, it's about hair, but it is funny. Sorry guys. Is it all out of? Or can you hear me now? For how long was there no sound? Can you please I just need to know. Sounds on. I was unfortunately pushing the sounds off button. So how much did you hear? Can you just, some of you guys, just please help me out. Last 5 minutes. So you heard a little bit about how my nutrition was, or was it before that it cut? Okay, I'll repeat. So first of all, I like to just optimize everything in the fridge. So get the okay. So basically, the thing is, get the best source nutrition and eliminate carbohydrates. Not you shouldn't eliminate it, but wheat and grains and corn, and also get a better source of protein. Even if you like vegan protein, consider that your body is more familiar with the amino acids from uh, animals. So fat and protein from animals. It could be eggs if you're a vegan. That would be better. And yeah, and also carbohydrates that are um, with less. Yeah, this is hard for me to suggest, but I would rather have rice than I would have bread, and that's because also white rice. So there's the yeah, I will not get too much into the details, but there's a lot of good explanations out there what carbohydrates are the best. I do also follow a couple of guys. The guy with the I was about to say Brian Brian Johnson, but I wouldn't look at myself as a machine like he does. Even though it's super interesting what he does, it's such a high value experiment that he's doing on his body. But the the only thing you should consider is, do I feel healthy, and do I feel better than yesterday? So when you're doing stuff, go see if it's working out for you. I also do a lot of intermittent fasting. It's not because I'm on a diet. It's just because when I have high sources of nutrition, I don't need as much food. I digest it better, and a good argument not to have uh, a good argument to get organic foods are the pesticides that the farmers spray on the crops. Pesticides are for eliminating bugs, and even if you think about yourself as one organism, you actually consists of billions of cells and organisms that works simultaneously together. So if you do take um, and eat a lot of unorganic food, you have a risk of destroying some of the gut biome, and that's basically it. And I'm a super fan of doing your own research and not priesting about it. It's different from person to person how your microbe is working out. But let's keep it about hair. Um, so if there's any questions, let me know. I lost a lot of you guys there. It's yeah, it's controversial about speaking about lifestyle in that manner, and you also shouldn't point fingers at people if they choose to do something about their lifestyle, even though if it's not in your beliefs. It's what matters is that they that that you have the freedom without interference from other. You know, even if it's a stupid diet or stupid something ritual somebody is trying to do, they did their own research, and if they believe it works, there's the placebo of. There's a reason also I always say that placebo effects are used in medical studies because the brain is the strongest muscle and the strongest healer, and it's kind of the control center. So if the brain tells you something is real, the body will react accordingly. That's why you use placebo. It's not tinfoil hats. Big farmers are using it all the time. So that's also why if somebody is making a stupid banana cure or eating weird stuff, and they are convinced it's a good thing. That's why, of course, you should say, I'm not gonna do it. It's not for me, or I don't think it works." But you shouldn't talk people out of what they're doing. They should find out themselves, and in the end, you will. I follow the guy Dave Asprey, and he's a good life hacker, and I read his books, and he's the guy with the bulletproof coffee, and a lot of. He's a no bullshit guy, in my opinion, but it's super fun just to watch him. He used to be overweight, and he also used to be a vegetarian, which is also something that controversial. Not being a vegetarian, I think it has some noble aspects as long as you buy um, buy your greens from crops that are not poisoning the earth and the small living creatures all around it, killing the squirtles and mouses and bees. It's not like yeah, you're also doing an impact on the animal kingdom if you are whatever you choose. No good deeds go unpunished. Yeah. But Dave Asprey is one of my go-to. He's super smart, and he did all the testing of life hacking and longevity stuff. Uh, are you guys interested in that after all, or is it is it just me turning? I'm 36, and longevity is something I have to consider. Also, now that I have one kid and a second on the way this summer, I want to stick around. Final destination: society sucks. Um, first of all, I want to thank you, Final Destination, for participating in the chat. But I also like to know uh, where is your biggest trouble right now, and how could we fix it with one solution? Is there a solution, or is it everything that is the solution? Can you enlighten me? I like to discuss it. Okay, so I'm reading. Um, where you from? Okay, I'm from Denmark, and I'm just about to answer Final Destinations when he make a definition about his problem. I'm gonna try help him, or we as the community is going to help him out. Hello, sir. That's from Riemann, and he's asking, is sea salt spray good? So I basically love sea salt. It's good for the texture, also a good blow drying product because it's speeding up the blow drying times. Sea salt sprays are one of the original pre-stylers for men out there. That's also why I included an element of sea salt in the Psychic spray. Basically, Psychic spray is for a lightweight volume boosting effect and a primer before the wax. So if you take sea salt, it's a super high in minerals. So there's a risk that instead of binding to the wax, it would actually reject the wax a little bit because of the minerals. They will suck up the oiliness and uh, yeah, it how to explain? I feel it's harder to style sometimes with sea salt. Not 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 harder, but it's different and it will not texturize the same way as the other product. Okay, we got some interesting things coming in here. Hi, Rasmus, long time. Yeah, I'm happy to have you guys back. It's fun chatting with you guys. And if you're here right now, you're one of the very few because it's not advertised. I'm just doing this super discreet. I'm not advertising that I'm going live. So you're super lucky if you catch a live here on YouTube. Uh, Final destination is asking if sea salt makes your hair gray. So no, gray hair comes from within, and it's genetic decay of the kind of. Okay, we'll not get into that. I need to read up on, and yeah. So the question should really be about why is gray hair a problem? I do have a lot of them. Yeah, you don't see it because I have more of the brown hair. Okay, final destination. I got long wavy hair, though doesn't using hair curling cream is good for making hair even curlier. Yes, hair curling cream will make your hair more curly, not because it's a magic thing, but it's because the curling cream has this oily base that makes your hair able to kind of shape back into its natural state. That's why curling cream is used for curls. It keeps the moist around the hair, so it will, yeah, fall back into its natural state. Is there better alternatives to it? So to sea salt, yes, there is. I'm laughing because I'm always talking about it. I'm here. I just styled my hair. If you just checked in, you can see it afterwards. I'll save this video for quite some time. And then I used almost all of the products just in a super cool mix. And yeah, this is the better alternative. We specifically designed Sidekick spray to do everything that you ask for. That's kind of what 90% of men ask for. That's why we made it like that. Mm, okay, I'm reading. I'm reading. Eric is saying, I love these chats. Awesome. I do love them too. And as you can see, you guys make me smile a lot. And I think that's one of the best things you can do in life, smile. Not because you have to, but because you want to. And it sounds silly, but it isn't. Life is about, for me, about acting on the highest passions and happiness. You can't always do that. You also have to do the deeds sometimes that are not fun, but knowing what makes you happy is a big security. It's like having unlimited money on your bank account. That's kind of a secret to life. Know what makes you happy. It's worth more than yeah, any money. Yeah, it's the biggest feeling you can have. Happiness. Uh, Fuck money. But wealth is a lot of things, and it's also good to have funds and being able to afford things. But know what makes you happy. I'm reading. Um, you got any girlfriends, sir? Yes, I do have, and she's working right now. But I'm looking around for a picture. I have. have them somewhere. Where is she? Um, let's see. Okay, I'm taking you around the house right now. I just have a mess going on. Um, where do I find these pictures? Okay. Yeah, sorry guys. There's one here. No, I can't find it. It will be for another time. Um, I bet you're smooth with women. Yeah, I prefer not to talk about it like it's a strategy because it's not how it works. Oh my God, that's a huge topic. Um, but the best thing you can do with women and other people is don't do. I'm always saying you should never say don't or I don't want. It's always about asking for what you want and what you are gonna do. So the best thing is to be yourself, and that's super cliche. But know your self-worth, so you're not never in doubt. So that's kind of what is the most attractive. Also, when you look at a woman, that she's also confident enough to not just say yes and do whatever. And if you do find a woman that always say yes and do whatever you like, it's also a big problem because in the end, also if you do do say yes, even if you mean no, that was destroy most relationships if you do something that you don't want to do, and if you don't put boundaries in your relationship. And I'm not talking talking about what you're thinking about, but I'm talking about daily basis stuff, and it's really about uh, believing that nothing is. I just shut it down. But you really need to think that it's enough just to be who you are. You don't have to put up an avatar for you that agrees with everything your woman or your partner says. Uh, you're not that avatar. You're yourself, and you have to live with an avatar that you don't like in the end. Uh, I don't know if it's too complicated right now to talk about, but you can't cut yourself in half. So your girlfriend is living with the part of you that she likes, but you have to live with the other half that you don't like, and in the end, you can end up getting depressed. And yeah, and I'm talking about experience. That's how it is growing up, becoming a man, knowing that you don't have to put yourself in order to please everybody. And in the end, you'll get amazing relationships. And if you get a partner that also know that she doesn't have to please you to be yours, you have something that can last a lifetime. Yeah. Well, that's a long. Okay, I get some compliments here. You're handsome. Thank you. Uh, I take that. Um, always, it's a men's channel. Uh, women are welcome here too, and we should just embrace diversity, and that's kind of important that we allow people to be different with different opinions, and don't urge to force people to change just because it suits your needs. Uh, but okay, I know what you mean. Final destination. it's it is mainly a men's channel, but it's not like we don't invite people here. Um, uh, Eric is asking, how far are you from Copenhagen? So 3 hours in a train, and there's you can see there's a ferry in the background here. I cannot zoom in. I guess not. Yeah, I can. Okay. And there's also a water flight next to the ferry. So if you do take the ferry, it's half an hour from Copenhagen to Aarhus. Been following you since 2009. Then you are one of the real OGs. That's when we started out. And thank you for what you do with uh, Joe from California. Ah, yeah, we've been having a lot of collaboration with Joe from Blue Man, and he's a super cool guy. And I've been visiting him as well in California, doing a hairstyling battle. You can check it out. Yeah, he's also a super passionate guy from yeah, a fellow hair enthusiast, and he's been doing some super cool stuff at the Nuco house. And I do, yeah, we do have different perspectives in terms of the products. Um, we built the product line for the Scandinavian markets primarily, and with the expertise from the Slikhaar shop as well. And as you guys, we were about 100,000 people in the community when we created the first product. We listened a lot, and we kind of made the perfect product for everybody. But thank you, shout out to Joseph Andrews from the Blue Man channel. Uh, Final destination. He loves traveling and food, music, nature, and fragrances. Uh, and women, I suppose. Sorry, bro. Bye. Marriage sucks always. No, it doesn't suck. It sucks when you're in a marriage you don't put up for or you didn't live up to. So that's two different things. Marriage is just um, a, what is called agreement. Uh, yeah, agreement and a love pact. I would say. So, and also it do comes in many shapes and forms. I'm talking about marriage itself, the meaning and the way you yeah, agree upon a marriage and honor it. How you know? I know you're still here. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Don't argue with the other. They're welcome. House tour. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. I do. Uh, okay. Body counts matters. Why? It doesn't matter. Um, um, my hair is soft and fluffy, but not thin. My hair is like yours, but softer, bro. Okay, so we're gonna make a house tour in a second, and yeah, super fun to chat with you guys. It's a pleasure. And Gail is also writing, "Hey, I met you a while back. You did a video with full screen in Los Angeles. It was nice to meet you." And shout out to Gail for checking in all these years later. And that's one of the most uh, crazy and amazing experience yeah, I had in my YouTube and social media career. It's going out there in the world outside Denmark and meet you guys. It's it's almost surrealistic when somebody walks up to you. Hey, I know you from YouTube, and it's it's so fun, and I love to meet you guys. We also did some meetups in Los Angeles and London and Malaysia and Singapore, and it's so impressive, all of that support. We do take it all in. How to get fresh eyes. Don't drink. That was Final Destination and me trying to be funny. But really, don't drink. Slikhaar. Been a Slikhaar TV fan since 2010. Your Christmas calendar series since 2013. Hold a special place in my heart. And okay, so the funny thing here is, first of all, thank you, Bat Batansaxo. Thank you for recognizing it. And that was a time when Emil and I had such a good flow of doing content and social media. And we been doing a Christmas challenge, so we made almost every day an episode, and it was from our childhood home and our daily work in the office. And Emil and I had so much fun. Also, you guys sent we are about to decorate the Christmas tree, and every we got small gifts from ornaments for the Christmas tree that we put on the tree every day, and it was so fun. And every Christmas since we've been wanting to do the same, but somehow we didn't found the time to do it, unfortunately. But we'll get back to that part. Uh, I've been watching since 2014. Awesome. That's also a full decade. I love Ben and Blue Man Joseph. He got good skin. What do you mean? I have good skin too. You gonna be jealous now? Okay. Can you say happy birthday to my little brother, Dixon Macy? Mace, he turned 6 today. So Mayers. Okay. Hello, Dixon Mayers. Happy birthday. I hope you are going to have a wonderful day with a lot of joy with the family and friends. And yeah, maybe most the family if you're turning 6, it's a big year. And yeah, maybe you just started school or going to, but it's gonna be amazing. You're gonna learn so much, and I wish you the best. Um, and what a nice big brother asking for this, and he also deserves a big thumbs up, and peace out, and yeah, thank you. I hope the cake is good and the gifts are as great. Live in a relationships are the best. Okay, I think uh yep, I'm scrolling through. Thank you for all of the handshakes. Your name, I'm Rasmus, and I'm the twin brother of Emil and one of the founders, co-founder with Emil. Uh, do you drop? Whoa, hi, you look amazing. I'm watching you from an Arab country and find you very attractive. Thank you. I take in the compliment. It's always super nice when you guys are dropping compliments. Uh, it's not why I do it. I'm here to showcase how you can do different hairstyles and feature amazing hair products. Um, but compliments do help the motivation as well. Uh, I have a slogan saying that we do hairstyles so you can get compliments, or hair products that creates compliments. That's kind of our secret slogan. And of course, we do it so you can become the best version of yourself. Um, um, mm, Okay, stock markets it's down. Um, Yesterday it was up. 3 months ago it's up, and 2 months after it's down. It's uh, it's money created out of thin air, and it's money vanishing out of thin air. And over time, you should expect things to go up, but also to go down. And that's kind of the life cycle of things. And don't get too attached to finance. What's called not yeah, go learn finances. 100%. I was going to say, don't get too attached to a stock or something like that. I tried it myself, and it ended up costing me a lot of money. I think I do have a good example picking out a stock. It's Let's say you have a small store where you invest some money. It's not a stock, but it's a share in, let's say, a coffee shop, because I'm drinking coffee now, and the revenue from the coffee shop is your return on investment. So that's kind of how you should look at your stocks as well. How much return? If I put $1,000 into the investment, how much do I get back each year? Um, and if you do choose stocks like Tesla or Nvidia or even Bitcoins, first of all, Tesla is above a price earning above 100, which should be a good indicator that you're investing into a future revenue. So if the future is not bright suddenly for a company, it will go to yeah, go tank until we are at around a normal PE ratio at about 50, 15. That I would say go for 15. If it was a coffee shop I was investing in, I would definitely say maybe 5 or 10 price earnings ratio. But if it's a stock, it's okay to go above 10 and say, let's say more like 20. So 20, a P/E ratio to 20 means that you potentially get 5% back of your investment each year. And when you go into stocks like Tesla or Nvidia, you really don't know what's ahead. You just assume that it's going to produce in the future, which is fine. We are heading towards technology. It's not a recommendation or warning. It's just know your risk. Also, crypto, it's super new territory. It's super new, even if it's been around for 10, 15 years, 20 years. Bitcoins, you don't know what's going to happen. It doesn't produce anything. Let's say, let's say you owned all the Bitcoins. It's the Warren Buffett example, and l- yeah, is it producing anything for you, or who would even buy it from you? Um, that's a crazy thought. It reminds me of the game with the chairs. You're last man to sit, and in the end, if everybody needs money suddenly in and have to liquidize bitcoins because they're not producing anything, who's going to buy them? I know it's a big thing right now to get crypto, but they're really empty cards. They're not producing anything. I'd rather buy a gold coin or anything that actually hedge against inflation, or if the fiat currencies are going to zero someday. It happened earlier in a lot of countries, also heading super high inflations in South America and Turkey, and yeah, lots of countries having issues with inflation. inflation just means like if there was 1,000 crowns today, there will be 1,000 tomorrow, and yeah, you have to share the money with the government or whoever prints the money. So be aware that if you buy a piece of gold or crypto, you don't share that with anybody. Okay, that's about the stock market. Look at the value it produces. That's just my invest in the Nasdaq. So the problem is investing in an index fund. Start with the advantages. Advantages is that you get compound of all of the stocks, so you don't risk all the money on one paper, and that's a super wise advice. Don't put the money on one horse, but if you put it on a lot of good players like the Nasdaq, you're sure to get the benefits of all of the growth in the companies. However, you do also invest in the bad companies that is not with future potential. They're just listed in the Nasdaq because they had certain revenue or nowadays potential, not necessarily future potential. And I'm not a professional stock picker, so I would not say like Juicy that you should go for Tesla, Amazon, Disney, or Apple. But I do know that Apple is not uh, uh, going to zero. Disney is also not going to zero. Amazon is not going to zero. And Tesla is also the OG car manufacturer, so not going to zero. Also with a lot of potential in both Tesla, the robots, the autonomy driving, lot of potential. But we haven't seen it yet, so it's always something in the future you have to wait for. Apple is always renewing. Um, Also a good infrastructure with Apple Pay, Apple Pay, and just the phone with the apps. Super good business. Disney, like Netflix. Yeah. Um, Share market is a gamble indeed, just like life itself. Wise words. Love your content, mate. Hello from England. Crypto is a scam. I lost all my capital. And that's a lesson here. Crypto, imagine if you guys just created like 1 million coins out of thin air and sold them out for like $1, you would have made $1 million. So why? That's how everything starts. There's snowball effect. So the only way is a crypto is worth anything is if it creates value for the holders, and I'm not sure how it can sustain itself if there's no value created. And that's the same as the US dollars, the euros, the yen, and so on. The only way it has a value is because we use it as a payment and we use it as financing. That's maybe the strongest way to put it. We use it as an asset in finance. It's a stable as you can borrow and you can pay it back. A crypto, you would never know if you have to borrow for a house. In crypto, you don't know if it's 10 times harder to pay back the loan, or maybe you don't even have to pay it back because it went to zero. That's why cryptos are hard to um, work around. I know there's a lot of probably smart solutions out there, but I'm not creative enough, and I don't think most people are. Compounding. Okay. Make a dry shampoo. We have the second day savior as a dry shampoo, and it's super cool, but um, it's also an aerosol, so we cannot ship it. So in order to get aerosols back, like the dry shampoo, we need to have local resellers. we do work on it, but right now it's limited to a few places. All right, I have to to end this live. You can always revisit. I'll save it for a week or two. Um, Always a pleasure. And okay, there was it will be questions for another time. If you do have questions that you didn't got answered, you can write them after this chat, and yeah, the video will take an hour or two to render, so check in later, ask your question, and I'll get back to you guys. There was some Prince Dune is saying just hello, and and that you guys are great, and he hope we bring back footballer hairstyle editions. We will. Be patient. We are doing our best to get back in the grind with the hair-related content, as haircutting related content. Okay, see you guys. It was super fun.